Hello and welcome back to Three Houses, Silver Snow, Ashen Wolves stuff. And speaking of Ashen Wolves stuff, apparently we can actually go into the Abyss right now. I had thought it was going to take a little bit longer, but here is the Shifty Merchant. So let's see if there's anything interesting going on in here, or if I'm going to end up just cutting out this part of the game and never uploading this. So if that happens... well, I guess I'll be pretty disappointed if that turns out to be the case. I mean, I did do my...
What's that?
oh, good job loading. I did do the Sundered Shadows playthrough, and I don't know for sure that there's anything different, but I guess we'll find out.
Hey you're from up top, right? What business do you have here? Wait a minute. Ah, got it. You're that new professor, aren't you? I suppose that means I have to let you pass. I guess, welcome to Abyss. This town is full of rough and toughs, so watch your back down here.
I don't actually remember whether that was new or not. It's been long enough.
What are you looking at? I don't want any trouble. Get lost.
Well, that's certainly... to be expected. Influencer.
Need something?
Oh, okay. Increase the number of residents and unlock new abilities. This is in contrast to the Saint statues, which I don't even have unlocked right now, but... the Saint statues are pretty nice. It does feel like kind of a waste to spend renown here, but on the other hand, like, I haven't done it before, so I guess I'll try it.
This one?
More people now visit the pagan altar.
This one?
Encourage recycling. You can now collect things at the scrap heap. Use
This
in
one?
prices. The wilting rose is thriving now, which has unlocked a new quest. Maybe I should have done this stuff
So we were
after
good
looking
soon.
around. Oh well.
Come on, who are you? Wait, shut up. Let me guess. You're that new professor, right? You just started teaching up on the surface. Even here, people have been talking about you. Not that the gossip got everything right. I heard you were beautiful, but obviously that was an exaggeration.
Wow, harsh. Alright, I guess I shouldn't press this button. I wanna recruit them as fast as possible. I shouldn't press this button because it's just gonna fail. I should check what the actual requirements are. Oh, you don't... she doesn't have any requirements? Maybe they just didn't have any for these characters. That would be interesting. Surprising. And I guess it makes a certain sort of sense. Let's look at the else and check. Yeah, it seems like I can just recruit her right now.
What? You want to know if I can help out? I've got time, but I don't want to spend it all serving the church. Don't make that face. Fine, fine. I'll back you up. Yeah, sure thing. You know, I've never really had a teacher before. And it'll be my first time at the Officers Academy. Sounds like fun.
Nice. Alright, well that was quick and easy.
Oh, Chatterbox. You've been looking for me? I'd prefer
standing
not
right in
to
front
visit
of you.
the surface if I can help it. I don't want to run into any knights.
Okay. This just doesn't go anywhere, right? Is there... Yeah, there's just an invisible wall. Good job. Is this supposed to be below the bridge in... I guess there's no reason for it to be. Bridge between the like church chapel area and the rest of the monastery. I was wondering. Please had a party. So this is just a place where I can just get stuff. Hooray. Okay. Why is there a unit appearance thing down here and upstairs? I guess there was in Cindered Shadows because you couldn't go anywhere else, but... This time, since I can, it seems kind of unnecessary. Alrighty. Let's go here.
And who might you be? Not an Abyssian, that much is clear at a glance. A visitor from above, perhaps? With what purpose?
To recruit you.
I'm sure I must have misheard you. Either that, or you haven't the slightest inkling of where you are. Oh, but of course! You must be the new teacher specially appointed by Lady Rhea. That is it, yes? Rumors have been flying underground about you. Well then, I am Constance von Nouvelle. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Oh, have you come to beg my assistance?
Yes, beg.
Then rejoice, for you have the aid of a Nouvelle. You did come seeking my aid, yes. Hopefully with something befitting my station? An assignment for the Officers Academy? How splendid! I was a former attendee there myself, you know. I shall be a model of grace in my duties. Huh. Come to invite me to a lesson or some such, have you? I prefer not to be above ground during the day when I can help it, unless there are storm clouds above.
Yeah, this is all like earlier and faster than I was expecting, which is great because it means I can just start using them straight away and bench all my regular students.
Whoever you are, it doesn't matter much to me. But I do advise getting out of here before you get tangled up in trouble. Unless you've been sent here under someone's orders. In which case, I'll happily show you a good time.
Whoa, that's a little forward.
Well, I do like people with a healthy curiosity. You are aware of how dangerous it is down here, yeah?
It doesn't really seem that dangerous.
You're that mercenary turned professor, aren't you? The one who showed up at the monastery kinda recently. Yeah, you're the one I've heard so much about. Well, I guess it's fine you're here then. You can call me Yuri. You'll want to remember that, if you ever come down here again. Can you take care of something for me?
Okay.
Want my help, hmm? Sure, why not? But I don't do anything for free. In exchange, let me attend the lectures you give those noble kids, yeah? It's a deal. Come on by whenever you need me. If you're wondering why I won't come up to you, it's because I've got people to watch over in Abyss. Ah, it's you. Bit of a trek coming.
Yeah, it was a
all the way
long
down
hike
here, huh?
since the last time we
I'll
talked.
be helping you out now. But just so you know, my life is still down here. If you can't find me in the classroom on the surface, you'll likely find me here instead.
Alrighty. Just gotta find Balthus and I guess maybe do this quest thing. I did not spot Balthus, but okay. Well, there he is.
Haven't seen your face before. You're clearly not from around here. You don't strike
That's what they
me
all
as the
say.
thief or merchant type. I don't owe you money, do I? Oh, you're that new teacher everyone's been yapping about. And yet, you look younger than me. Weird. The name's Balthus, formerly of the Alliance. Don't beat around the bush, pal. You want my help, yeah? Can't blame you. Look, I get it. You're the new professor. You've got a lot on your plate. You need backup? I'm your guy. Fine, you've talked me into it. But I'm gonna need you to sweeten the deal, if you catch my drift. Beautiful! Now about that sweetening. I'll need to attend your classes whenever the mood strikes. I get bored from time to time, all cooped up. Well, did you come all the way here just to stare at my rippling abs, or did you want something?
It's a fair
If you're gonna
question.
ask me for help on the surface, it better be real important. I try not to go up there unless I absolutely have to.
Okay. Well, that's all of them recruited. Let's... Oh, they did say something about people visiting the altar. We're trading materials for renown. Wait. What does this do? Oh. Huh. Well, none of this seems like super exciting. Rapier's pretty good in this game, I guess. Is it different weapons for different people? No. So I don't know why you're selecting a character. Seals and keys, okay. And what happens if you offer items? Oh, it shows you the point values, okay. But I can't offer weapons? That's too bad. Well, maybe I'll think about doing something like this at some point. But for now, I don't really care too much. Maybe as you unlock levels in it, you get better items or something.
What's that?
Oh, this is what I missed earlier. This place.
Such an innocent face you have. This isn't a place for innocent people. Especially not if you're carrying money.
Okay, thank you for letting me know. So, it looks like there's not any, like, readable books down here, which is a little disappointing. That was something that I wanted in Cindered Shadows, too. It was like, oh, you've got this library, you should put more, like, lore stuff in here, but oh well. What is over here? Oh, I guess something unlocked in here. Mysterious teacher, okay.
What do you require? Now let me see. Your guidance is lacking.
This is just
Now let me see. Your guidance is lacking.
telling me, like, how I'm doing. This
Now
is...
let me see. Your guidance is lacking.
This is... does not seem
Now
helpful
let
at
me
all.
Your guidance is lacking. Now let me your guidance is lacking.
Are they just highlighting stuff, stats that are good, or are they highlighting it based on
Now let me
growth
your
rates?
guidance is lacking. Now let me your guidance is lacking. Now let me your guidance is
Yeah, I don't know what they're comparing stuff
Now let
to.
me your guidance is now let
But it
me
seems like
your
it's-
guidance is lacking.
Seems like it's just based on the current value.
Fare thee well.
Well, that was, yeah, totally unhelpful, but I guess I at least get to complete the quest.
I owe you.
Okay, well, it seems like that's all there is to do here. We've got the dude, the influencer, the altar, and the junk pile. So not really that much going on here, to be honest. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. There's not actually that much to do in the monastery proper either, and you would expect there to be... You'd expect there to be less to do here. Although I thought there was like a shop. Like maybe this turns into a shop at some point. I guess we could look at what else this stuff actually does. Oh, we don't get to see. Okay, fine. Alright, well, I'm gonna wrap up my... monastery exploration period and all of that, and then probably we can do the auxiliary battle this episode and have it remain a reasonable length. This is only 15 minutes so far, so I will be right back. Alright, I am back, and we are here at the auxiliary battle. I'm actually planning to just deploy my Ashen Wolves plus Linhardt for some healing, though honestly I don't even really need it. It's pretty funny how much easier this fight is than the ones before it and after it. All of these enemies have 2 AS except the boss, who has 4. That's obviously much, much slower than what we were dealing with. 14 attack, I guess isn't that much lower than some of them. Like, I think maybe, like, Mercedes only had 14, for example, but she was doubling. And these guys are less durable. We can actually, you know, some of our characters can actually one around them. The other thing that's interesting is, so Violet's level 4. Edelgard got to level 2, but most of our units are level 1 at this point. But these guys all come in at level 3, which is really nice. I mean, you know, with presumably they've got the stats to correlate with that. Like they've had 2 levels worth of growths, and they've also got some skill progress. Well, this is also reflecting a round of instruction that I did, but nonetheless, they come in ahead of where, you know, my students would be at this point, just because Maddening, of course, drastically decreases like XP gain and that stuff. So that's pretty nice. We've got stronger units than we might otherwise. As long as we're on this chapter, and we are going to be able to finish it pretty quickly, I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about my plans for what I'm going to do with these 4 units. Now, they're pretty rough plans at this point. I'm not like super locked into it, but basically, Balthus, I think, you know, they make him in in Cinder Shadows, they make him a war monk because they need somebody to be a war monk. But I think he, like, in terms of what his, like, character design, you know, in terms of boons and banes, in terms of, you know, aesthetics, in terms of just what he evokes, like, really wants to be a war master, right? He wants to hit things with his fists, and he wants to hit things with an axe, and he doesn't want to be bothered with this faith stuff. I mean, he's got the faith boon, but I don't know. I just don't really see that being, like, the thing for him. Although it is interesting that he also can unlock reason as well. So, like, he potentially could be a strong magic user, except I don't think he has like terribly good magic growth. He certainly doesn't have a good magic base. But in any case, he seems like an obvious War Master pick. Now, in my most recent Three Houses playthrough, the Blue Lions playthrough, I basically just made like almost everybody a Wyvern, and that was pretty effective. But I don't feel necessarily compared to leave the Ashen Wolves in their like canon classes, because I got to see that in Cindered Shadows. But I don't really want to do that here. Part of the reason is because a lot of them don't really fit those. It fit Wyverns very well. Like Balthus has a Flying Bane, so does Yuri, and Happy and Constance are both magically inclined. So I kind of want to try to use them in classes that they're at least like suited towards. I mean, I could definitely see the argument for, of course, Balthus also has a Lance Bane, which makes it harder to make him a Wyvern. I could definitely see the argument though for like, well, he's at least got the Axe Boon, and Wyverns are amazing, so just make him one, right? But I don't know. I want to do something a little bit different with that. I don't know if I've ever like really trained up a War Master. Like, I think that was what I wanted Caspar to be. I did end up training Caspar into a Wyvern. So yeah, I don't know. It'll be fun. We'll see how a War Master does. And then Yuri's the toughest of the four for me to pin down. Like I said, he's got Banes in both riding and flying, so he really doesn't want to be in a mounted class. He has magical aptitude. His magic base is a little bit better, but in my opinion, the hybrid magic classes are generally pretty bad. Like, I wasn't impressed with Trickster, especially the 5 movement on it in Cindered Shadows. And I guess he could be a Mortal Savant, maybe, but that is a pretty lackluster class as well. So I don't know if I'm going to just leave him in it or not, but my plan right now is to take him down the Assassin class pathline, which has like swords and bows. He's got a bow, unlockable bow boon, and he's got the sword boon. And he wants to be a foot unit, so he can be a foot unit, but we don't need him to pull his weight on the magical side. But then if we get to a point, later in the game where Mortal Savant does look appealing for whatever reason, he'll have like some innate like aptitude for that, and we could transition in that direction. I'm not really expecting that's what I'm gonna want, especially because I'm gonna have a lot of magically inclined units. So like half of the Ashen Wolves, obviously, but also Manuela and Hanneman when they join. So that's like more mages than... Oh, and I guess Flane as well. That's more mages than I'm normally wanting to use anyway, so making Yuri also be a mage doesn't seem, super appealing in that sense. Actually, his magic growth is almost the same as his strength growth, so I guess it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, but... Still, I think it'll be... Like, right now, he's got heal, which is really nice. He'll keep that until we promoted him to not monk. But at that point, we'll get Constance and Happy to be monks, and hopefully they'll have heal unlocked by then, so we can kind of rotate out who the healers are. And we also have Linhardt around if we need to deploy a healer, so I'll be fine. Anyway, right, on to Constance. So, Constance's canon class from Cindered Shadows, I do like. I like the flying magical class. I think that's really nice. I do seem to remember there being some minor drawbacks to it. Now I'm trying to remember what those were. Like when I made... Because I made Annette into one. But that might have been something in that specific. Yeah, I can't remember offhand. Anyway, so my plan is to just, you know, make her a mage and go towards the, like, the Dark Flyer. And then I'm actually planning to do the same thing with Happy. Happy also has a flying boon, so I figure, you know, that's... We might as well, like, have her do that over Valkyrie, which... Valkyrie does have some advantages, but horses are not as good as Pegasi, and it has one less movement, so like only 6 movement for like a horse-mounted class is pretty disappointing. And it also has a big speed penalty, which was really annoying in Cinder Shadows. She couldn't double anything. So hopefully with the Dark Flyer line, she will actually be able to double things. And I can always pivot to Gremory or something if it seems like those things aren't working out. So that is the plan for those 4. Everybody else, I mean, these characters, it doesn't really matter. I put them on some things in terms of goals, but I'm not really going to be worrying about it too much. And the faculty will get there when we get there. And Byleth, we're going to try to make up Pegasus. Okay, so... Yeah, so we're deploying just these 6. And without any further ado... Whoops. Let's get started. So Byleth is just going to come over here and hopefully one around all these guys. There is a little bit of a risk here that she doesn't hit them, but let's see. I want to double check. So 22 attack against 6 protection is 16. Yeah, so she should be able to use the Training Lance, which will 14 times 2 should still be one rounding them. Yeah, I think they all have the same stats. I guess I could the boss right has 7 protection, but otherwise, yeah, the only thing that's changing is their portrait. So yeah, once you know the stat threshold for one, you know it for them all. Anyway, yeah, so let's use the Training Lance instead of the Iron Lance for some extra hit rate. And then I'm gonna send Balthus in here. He can use the Iron Gauntlets and still double. He can't, unfortunately, use even the Training Axe and still double. I mean, I guess he would do a lot more damage with it even so, but...
Sure thing.
Yuri's gonna follow along behind him.
Yep.
And these 2 are gonna crowd in there.
Sally forth!
Oh, and we're gonna rally for support, I guess. And then
Battle.
Linhardt. So Linhardt's gonna come over here. Violet's probably gonna take the most damage, although she can also probably just use a vulnerary, but. Oh yeah, we also have battalions now. We have 3 battalions. So I've got one on Byleth, one on Balthus, and one on Constance. Sorry, no. One on Byleth, one on Yuri, and one on Constance. Just based on, like, who I want to be training authority on, mostly. More so than who I want to be, like, have stat bonuses, because the stat bonuses are so low anyway. Alright, so... yeah, let's just send you all the way around here and...
Much needed.
heal Byleth. Move Byleth up. So... and... so we need 2 attacks to kill that guy. I think Balthus can one round... we're not attacking somebody in the forest. Maybe he can't. I thought I remembered him being able to do that. Doing 7 damage, but here he's doing 5, which would be 6. His force would be a little bit short. Well, Yuri should be capable of one-rounding this guy, even with the training sword. Yep. And that opens the way for Balthus to get to this guy. Yeah, it is +2. Why is that? This is 1 defense. Oh, this is a thicket that does 2 defense. I see. Okay. Fair enough. Let's see how little experience we're getting from this. Alright, and I believe that these two combine to do enough damage to kill this guy. I mean, Constance could have one-rounded, but then we'd have gotten less XP, and Constance would have had to stay back at a spot to not get hit, so, you know, seems better this way. Alright, Linhardt will continue to serve as Violet's personal healer.
Thank you.
We're just gonna bring Violet all the way up here and aggro some dudes. We can't take on like that many guys probably, but we're gonna have some other people up here in a second. I think Balthus. Also give this kill to Constance. I think Happy can take this one. Yeah. I want Yuri to heal Balthus. I'm gonna give it to Balthus. The Iron Sword. He doesn't want around with either one of them, I think, but...
Thanks, pal.
None of them are apparently gonna attack Constance.
Well done.
Not entirely sure why. Oh, this one's gonna attack Constance. Oh, actually, that could be bad. Well, she won't one round once she runs out of fire charges. Oh, that one's going for Balthus anyway. Okay, weird. I don't know why exactly one of them went for Constance when it said that none of them would, but whatever.
Thank you.
Right, you've got 3 fire charges left. You... Oh, you can finish somebody off. Either one of these guys, even.
Sure, pal.
I think I went... Yuri to heal Balthus.
That's the stuff.
Constance, take this guy out. And Byleth up here. I don't think anybody's particularly close to a level. No. Well, let's see. Definitely heal Yuri. And we'll have Yuri heal Constance, I guess. So who do we want to give the kill to? I kind of want to give it to Byleth because I want to get her leveled up for recruiting purposes. I mean, she has to be level 15. It's going to be a while, but still. I don't think we can do any more chip damage. I think this guy's already taken too much. I mean, I guess we could do it with physical weapons, maybe. Yeah. Use this training lance.
Let me at him.
One point away from class mastery for Byleth. Sad. But there you have it. 5 turns for the practice battle. And we got Byleth to be the MVP. I don't think that matters for motivation because it's an auxiliary battle. Anyway, yeah, I'll have to consider 1 point away from class mastery for Byleth means we'd have to fight an entire additional battle to get her that like HP plus 5 skill that is the like Noble Commoner mastery skill versus promoting her into a better class. It's kind of hard to justify doing that for just HP plus 5. It's not a skill. I mean, it's a good skill to have in the short term for sure. It's not a skill we care about so much in the long term. Well, we'll see. But either way, I guess that will be something I will decide before next episode, in which we will tackle the horrendous Red Canyon mission. So thanks for watching, and until then.